I mean, look at Gypsy Rose Blanchard, right?
Exactly. She got freaking 10 years and she didn't even
got 10
do it.
years.
She was a prisoner, for crying out loud.
She
Like,
was,
that's what I'm
but
saying.
however, I feel like Gypsy Blanchard,
That
Gypsy
case is
Rose,
fascinating.
I feel so horrible for her. You know,
So do I, man.
But I feel horrible for the ex or the
Yes, I do
boyfriend
too. Exactly.
because he was autistic.
Exactly.
And he got taken advantage of,
Yep.
and he gets life, but she gets 10 years. Like if anything, he shouldn't be let out in public, but he should definitely be in a prison, not in a prison, a hospital, more so than a prison.
I feel the same exact way.
It's so sorry. It's so sad.
It is. It really is. Because I have my oldest son is autistic, and so and it's like I could tell, like, I mean, he's lower functioning, but like just Good John, he was like, he was just very black and white. And Nick, he was just like, I don't know, you could just tell, like, he just so socially, he didn't understand. There was no, where was the, and I know this is like everybody trying to be like, oh, he stabbed her, he stabbed the mom to death. Well, he thought he was saving. He really was saving,
right?
Because they tried in every which way to get away from her, and she was going to kill. I mean, Gypsy. Like her mom, DeeDee, was an evil person. I mean, it's pretty. I'm pretty sure she killed her own mom, and tried to kill her stepmom.
And by the way, DeeDee Blanchard, Munchausen by proxy.
By proxy, yeah. That's Munchausen by proxy.
And you mentioned something about people were saying Shanann's that. Yes. Please, this is Munchausen by proxy. Okay.
Exactly. That's exactly
where it leads to. That you're in a wheelchair,
yes,
collecting money and all this stuff.
Getting unnecessary, like a feeding tube and like her freaking salivary glands taken out.
Yeah. Absolutely. This is just insane. It's like that's Munchausen by proxy. Not anything else. This is the perfect example of it.
Exactly. That's exactly what I say. That's exactly what I say. I'm like,
you can't compare the two. It's just insane to even compare that.
I know. It's like, and that's what makes me so upset. It's like, excuse me. Like, I mean, that's why I'm like, and that's why I use that as an example. It's like, that is Munchausen. Like Shanann, no, was she like I'm hypervigilant, myself about, that kind of thing. And like, but it's like, she was not Munchausen by any degree.
Not at all.
It's insulting. I mean, it's insulting.
And the medical, the records of the children correlate with the diagnoses and the illnesses that they actually had, that they were prescribed medication for exactly what they needed. It wasn't like Gypsy's case where she was prescribed medication because her mom kind of fabricated entire stories and, basically manipulating these doctors. That's the whole thing with Gypsy Rose story with DeeDee Blanchard. And I don't know if you know the backstory with DeeDee. So DeeDee, the mom of Gypsy Rose, well, her grandma, Gypsy's grandma, DeeDee's mom, was almost like the same. They're evil. They're all evil,
Yes, they are.
And then you compare Gypsy Rose. Okay, Gypsy is a victim. I agree with anybody on this, but she used Nicholas Godejohn as her sort of way to get out. Yeah, took advantage of a kid who would never be a murderer ever in his life, but became one because of the fact that he was so head over heels for her that he wanted to get her out of that situation.
He did. Now I will say, did he have some deviant behavior? Yeah. He was caught in the McDonald's,
jerking off.
Yeah, jerking off, not the best place to do that. But, I think and he has, I believe he has multiple personality disorder.
But no violent behavior before this.
No violent. I mean, he had that, other personality that was, himself was very kind of like not, you know, just very, what's the word I'm looking for? Like gentle, if you will. I don't know. If you want to say if he can, but you know, he had this other personality that came out and Victor, and
Right.
he was this, and you know, I think he probably blacked out when that happened, but he was this, you know, BDSM, you know, into, you know, like 50 Shades of Gray, you know, on like steroids kind of stuff. But, you know, so, but I don't think he ever like, I think it was just more of, I don't know. It's a fantasy. It was more of like a fantasy, but he didn't ever want to hurt Gypsy, like in the times that they were together, you know, physically. But it was just, yeah, that's a hard situation because he did it and he's capable of doing it, but he really did it because he was trying to save. And that was really the only way that she was going to get away. She tried to run away multiple times and she got her. She got her back. And she stole, DeeDee stole a prescription pad from a doctor. So she
Yeah.
wrote her own prescriptions, like most of the time. And, you know, it's just.
And again, look, Gypsy is a victim, but at the same time, she learned from the best, her mom, to manipulate people and became a professional at that and did that to Nicholas Godejohn, who, again, I don't think had in his mind or heart wanting to kill anyone at all, even though he had multiple personalities and, you know, it goes with his autistic behavior to the extreme, but nothing to the point that he's going to go ahead and be a murderer. So it's unfortunate, you know, and if you look at the interrogations between the two and you see the differences between Gypsy Rose's interrogation versus Nicholas Godejohn, you see the innocence in Nicholas. And you see a deceptive, sort of manipulative Gypsy Rose who kind of wants to get out of this mess. So
I can't blame, because I mean, like her mom towards the end was trying everything she could to get to become a like basically her guardian, like saying that she was unfit. You know, she was going that far to where, and also Gypsy was told that she was 4 to 5 years younger than what she really was.
Right.
But her mom was hell bent on, you know, getting her into a situation where she's an adult, but she has medical, like carte blanche, like, oh, because she's so incapacitated, like mentally, that, you know, I mean, you know, like it's almost like what other, that's one, you know.
Yeah, it's such a sad story, you know, all around. But I think Nicholas got the short end of the stick.
I think so too, because he still loves
so
her.
Sad.
He still loves her, and she's moved on. She's engaged.
She's engaged, right?
She's engaged,
and she actually broke off her engagement recently.
Yeah, for a split second, they're back together. They're back together. They're back together.
And there's pictures floating around of this guy on TMZ and stuff like that.
Oh my God, Robbie, why do that at McDonald's when you can have it your way at Burger King? God, Robbie, of course, leave it to you, right?